Good morning, Roger. How are you today?
I'm doing well, doing well. Good Thanksgiving and ate too much, just gained some weight. So there you go.
That is the story of all time. That's exactly right. Well, I'm elated to hear that. I'm doing well also, and I think we are enjoying the leftovers here as well. How many similes can we make on Thanksgiving? I don't know. We are now on session 18 of our grand replay of the campaign game from the Thunder on the Mississippi Vicksburg campaign for Great Campaigns in the American Civil War. It just gets longer every time. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. Here is the situation. As for those of you coming in, if you're coming in this late in the game, we are certainly glad to have you here. However, you probably want to go back and watch the previous 17 because there's been quite a build up to this. So, reviewing very quickly before we get our opening thoughts on this, we are starting today in a heavy downpour on turn 61. So that's going to make marching very, very difficult for both of us, but it matters more for one player. We'll tell you in a minute. You can see that we have 9 more turns after this one to finish out the campaign to the designated end of it. And it has been quite the back and forth. This is certainly much more interactive for a siege game than I would have thought, and that has been a common comment for everybody that has give us the feedback over the last several sessions. They're like, "Wow, I never realized there'd be this much into it. We just thought it was going to be a kind of a status quo waiting game." No, not at all. Not the way that these things have been playing out. So we'll turn it over to Roger here first and let him give his thoughts on this, the situation today, and where he's planning on going, and then we'll get us underway. So, Roger, take it over, sir.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't, who are just stepping into this for the first time, we're on turn 61. So 9 turns remaining. Last turn, I got the 1-6 split, but not at the same time. I got the mine explosion and then which destroyed one fort, which means now I can attack that fort. And more importantly, or as important, Vicksburg demoralization occurred, which I needed Patrick to roll a 6, which he did. So that means you have no artillery values. So that takes an important pip off, and I gain a pip. As as Patrick alluded to, since I didn't think that was ever going to happen, I felt it would be good for people to see some maneuvering. So I took the army of maneuver along with a good chunk of Grant's army, the Ninth Corps specifically, across the Big Black. So they're now a long ways away. And I've got to get them back, or at least somebody back, to help make some attacks here on this destroyed fort to give me a chance to take Vicksburg before the end of the game, which is really the only way you can win this game is you have to take Vicksburg. I mean, I'll get some points for the siege duration if I don't, but that's really the only chance I have now to win, and it's going to be hard now with heavy rain. The dice giveth, the dice taketh away. I'm not going to be getting very far this turn. So that's where it's at. I've just been chuckling the whole week, thinking, well, here I am trying to make things exciting for people, and oh well.
Yeah, I was doing the old little manual tabulating machine in my brain here, trying to figure out when I was looking at the map this morning. I'm like, how far does Grant needs to get? So he's within range, and it's somewhere right along here. I think is where you need to get to by the end of this turn to maximize the ability to transfer all the way over to here somewhere and then have take some shots at it. Now we certainly don't know what the next several events are going to be, and that may play in either one of our favor. But yeah, as Roger mentioned here, the square fort is no more, so I've got to fill that gap. And in addition, it's at the worst possible place because I need to do something to get some bodies into there. So I need to make as many speed bumps as possible before Roger. So I want to make sure that he has to take a crack at this one, and then potentially something here, and then something here. So I'm hoping that in those 3 shots, something will go in my favor to prevent the three and 0, 3 attacks, 3 victories to get him into Vicksburg over the next 3 to 4 turns. So that's my big plan today. Luckily, a lot of that I can do with transfers and things like that. The rain does not impede me too much on that. But how can I now potentially turn around and slow this? But obviously, this is your big group that you're just trying to transfer Grant into range along the railroad where he can jump on a little, I don't know, a hand car or something and get transferred down to perhaps Crocker or McClelland or whatever. So that will be exciting to see. If you roll, I'm not putting out in the universe. I'm just saying if you were to roll 3 1s in marching, that's it's like boom, 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 and that still kind of gets you right at the very edge of that where you guys are trying to gotta get Grant back to the siege line. So this is going to be really cool. I did smile when I saw the 1-6 and when Mark pointed out that like no that's he gets that extra bonus because of the fort being destroyed and went of
Mm-hmm.
course the one thing that I had to not
Yeah.
roll
And the one thing I needed to
and I
roll,
had
because if I hadn't gotten the +1, you wouldn't be
that's
demoralized.
right
So,
that's right
I, and now, of course, with the rain, I'm looking at the math that you have there right now. You have 15 plus 12. Is that right? 15 plus 12 is 27.
I do have 27 there, yeah.
So, in order for me to get just to a -1, I'd have to somehow cobble together 14 manpower. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
14.
And luckily that is in a position where you got even the God bless the Los. Can I just say that? I mean, he's got to get something going from one hex, and then potentially be able to bring in at least 2 other hexes. So I don't know how much of your line you're going to shift. This is going to be interesting for me to see as well. But I think now everyone's running to the gap, and we'll
And of
just
course, that would be right in front of McClelland's corps, who brings that whopping 4.
exactly.
So I have to get a 1, 2, or 3 just to get a single guy in. 2, 3, or 4 to get one guy in. Can't even add and subtract 1 from a number anymore.
And basically a
Um,
1 or 2 for Grant to maximize his ability with the yeah.
yeah, 1 or 2 for Grant to maximize. So it's this Los is difficult. And I was looking at moving guys around. I can't really take too many guys. I can't really do a lot of reinforcement from the guys around here, because if I move, like let's say I try to get, I do Crocker and I do that, for example. Well, you could potentially sneak out. You move guys into here,
And break the
move
siege,
guys.
right?
Now you break the siege, so I can't just willy nilly move guys around. Um, as much as I'd like to, in terms of massive amounts of manpower. Even doing the math, and this is the other thing I was looking at, because the manpower losses have now become all the things that I'm looking at. Where's our VP track? There it is. I'm now negative 6. 1,
Six,
2,
negative
3,
six,
4,
yeah.
5,
Yep.
6. So those 6 points are crucial to me, quote, winning the game. So that now becomes an issue. How close do I want to make this? Do I need to somehow because there's no way now I can get to the railroads, I don't think. Maybe I can figure out some way to do that. Heavy rain's a real problem this turn because I'm going to be running in the mud, obviously, to pick up railroad destruction points. And those points are not a lot except for Jackson. And Jackson is, I don't want to say it's out of play, but I think it is out of play. That's 15 points. 3 points is the biggest piece I can get. And that's Canton. That's way up in the northeast corner. That's way up there.
Yep.
The others just really are almost nowhere going after. So it's like the math just does not work in my favor here with the manpower losses I've suffered. Despite the fact I've inflicted a lot of manpower losses on you. So I've got like 2 or 3 things I've got to try to get done in 9 turns.
Right. And
Um,
every one of those decisions will be influenced by whatever random event we happen to get.
mm-hmm.
So and
I really need you to get a string of 8s
yeah,
because that's the only one that helps.
as they say here in the South, hush your mouth.
Yeah. Because everything else is a real killer, except for Grant Drunk would be bad, but I could live with the Grant Drunk here next turn because, like you said, he's probably, even if I don't know, just got too many things to figure out here. So a lot of people will be Monday morning quarterbacking, and I just realized, guys, if I roll a 1 for movement, gotta remember that could happen,
It can happen, and we will know that
and a 6 for a grand assault. So
that's true. That is true. All right, well let's get ourselves underway here, and we will follow our sequence of play. We've done the random event, of course, leader transfers. So whom would you like to transfer right now?
well, here's the play that everybody's going to go, what are you thinking? I'm going to transfer Grant to Steele.
Roger, what are you thinking?
Exactly. What am I thinking? Thinking Park's not going to go very far. That's all I'm going to do.
Okay. Well, since I've got some, now you can get a tactical on this stack here. I am going to bring Barton. Excuse me. I'm going to bring Stevenson down to Barton. And I will leave Pemberton in the center of the line there. And I think, let's see, is there anybody over here that I needed to move? Bowen has to stay there, Breckenridge French, and I suppose it probably makes sense for me to bring Johnston and Walker out to Greg. So we'll do that. We'll see how we can play with things a while. All right, let's move on. It is time for attachments, if you have any.
I don't believe I do have any.
I
No, I don't have any attachments.
Neither do I. So it is time for our first roll of the turn. So I'm going to wish you the best of luck here, and I will take the roll myself here. So Union left, Confederate right to start.
Okay.
It is mine. All right. Uh, I guess we'll try an assault. Yeah, let's try an assault. So we will have Walker attempt to assault Steele. And he is going to activate Greg. And that is a +1 to this roll because you're in Los. So here's the attempt. It comes off. He will now ask Johnston for Hector B potentially. So Johnston's roll for Grand Assault is a 4, and he's a 5. So yes,
Park.
it works. Okay. So our first combat of the day, keeping people on the edge of their seats. We're going to do a +1 for assault. Our tactical is even. I have a ratio now of 9 to 3. So that is a +2 for ratio. I don't believe, let's see, you've got 3 pieces of artillery. I've got 2 in Los, so you'll get a die roll.
Used.
Used, okay. And then flank-wise, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is no flank whatsoever. Because this counts for and against, but it will come off. So I do have 5, but that one's going to come off, that one's going to come off, so it is a 0 flank. And it is a -1 for rain. So I see 3 up and 1 down for a +2. Okay, for a spoiling attack. Here we go. +2. It's a 5. Okay. It is a +2 result.
3. So it's a TR for me.
And I am 1 DA, so I'll give it back to you. Alright, so I do that. I'm going to take it off of Greg. Come down 1, and he's going to get that, and they're both going to go to 4.
You attacked from Greg, right? So that is further away by road. Further away by road for 2. No, we'll go further away by road, get there for 3. We'll stop there.
And I will not advance. I like having that breastwork there. All right, here is the next initiative. That's mine. Okay. Move back over to Vicksburg, and I'm going to have Tracy march. So he's going to get a fatigue and come out of his entrenchments. And here's the movement. That's fine. He's just going to go to there. Initiative. That's mine. I'll have Tracy go to 2. And movement. And he's just going to go to there. Initiative. Double twos, low ties, that's yours.
We'll have Washburn activate. Lauman, W.S. Smith, and Kimball, and sub 4. Here's their movement. 6 movement. Actually, I don't have any extended marches on this. Force going to lose their entrenchments. Sherman's just going to go there. Washburn's going to go 2, 4, 6 to there. Sub 4 is going to go 2, 4, 6 to there. Initiative. Possible end of turn. I believe there's a -4 on late rain.
On heavy rain, yeah. Yep.
Heavy rain. Not late rain 2, I think it's both. But anyway, yeah. So here we go. Possible end of turn. It is not end. Game continues. Okay. We'll take W.S. Smith and Lauman. We'll move. Sherman. Gonna do a 1 hex move. Lauman's extend. It's okay. And they're just gonna go right there. Initiative. Yours.
Well, we are in a bit of a pickle. A pickle.
Also, I'm glad I didn't do the attack there because that would not have been the result. Of course, I might have got rolled 1 die. You don't know how that would have turned out.
Yeah, we will attempt. Breckenridge will attempt to spoil Sherman here. So he's going to take both Stovall and Adams to 2 or to 1. Here is the assault attempt. It comes off. So once again, I see 1 for assault. Positive, I have a +2 final flank. Nothing comes off.
+2.
And the negatives are I have 2 artillery to your 6, so that's -4 in rough, which would automatically turn into a -1, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, so -1 for Artie, and then -1 for ratio.
Also rain -1.
Oh, and -1. Yeah, so even attack. Okay, there we go. I knew I'd forget rain at one point today. So +3, -3, even attack. All right, here we go. Here's a +0. It's a 3 again. Got him by 1.
Yeah, that's what you needed if you want to slow me down.
Yeah, but that's still another manpower. So,
+1 on 11 is just a D.
yeah,
Wow, I was right
for
on
me,
the edge there.
I'm 1D. So like I said, I'll give you another manpower. I'll take it off of Stovall. So he goes there, and they both flip and finish out. And VP to you. So
Lawman was already, he was already flipped, wasn't he? So he needs to go back to disorganize.
you may take a voluntary retreat if you wish.
So you're now down to
4.
4. No, might as well stay there. I don't see any reason not to stay there.
All right, here's initiative. That's yours.
Well, Washburn will attempt an assault on Breckenridge. And this is not low, so it's just a straight up die roll. It comes off. So the type's +1. Tactical is even. I do have all 6 X's covered, so the flank's +4. Artillery, I have 4 pieces to your 2. Oh, so artillery is covered, so I just have a rain of -1. Ratio makes it +5. I can't type. Ratio +1, final +5. +5.
+5.
It's a 7.
Saying there's a chance. Come on, big six. Big six! No, it's +5. Well, that's going to hurt. +5 on 4 is at least 1 right there.
2,
2.
actually.
Wow. All right, so I'll take. All right, so I'll take 1 off of each. So they go down there, and they are routed. So let's give you the 2 of that. Bring it closer. And now you're gonna get some goodies here. You're gonna get another 2. So 4. That would keep me in there. So I will take them away this way. They'll go here. They'll each lose another 1. So that goes down, and you get another 2. So now we are tied on manpower. Hooray! 2, 3, 4. And the hex is yours if you wish.
Now I'll take the hex. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. I'll have French March Evans. Here's movement +2. That's great movement. So he'll go 2, 4, 6 to there. Initiative. That's yours if you want it.
I'll steal, activate Tuttle. Just movement. 7. He'll transfer 2 Tuttle. 2, 4. Stop there. Initiative. That's possible into turn again. So once again, there's a -4 to this roll. That time the turn does end.
All right. No foraging necessary, so I'm going to end with a rain recover.
Okay.
That was that was pretty exciting. I hope we gave the people what they came for. 3 combats all at once. Bam. All right. 2 combats anyway. All right. Let's see. We are on the next turn, so why don't you give us a roll for that?
This is the random event table,
Mm-hmm.
and we're on the 3rd row. 3rd column, I should say. It's an 8.
From your mouth. All right, so we have Confederate movement paralysis once again. Your minor rivers are unfordable this turn as well. Leader transfers.
Move McPherson down to Crocker. McClelland where he is. Grant will stay where he is. Parks stays where he is. Steele stays where he is. That's all I'm going to do.
I'll bring Breckenridge over to helm. And that will do. Alright, let's see. What else we got? No attachments as from last time. I don't think anything changed on your end.
No, I was hoping maybe to get something accomplished, but I did not.
Okay, so action cycle. Go ahead and give us a roll for the action cycle.
That's mine. I'll have Washburn activate Kimball, W.S. Smith, Wildman for movement. So they'll need extend marches. Here's their movement roll. 4 movement points. W.S. Smith will go first. Here's his extend. He's okay. He's going to go 1, 2, and 3 to there. Wildman with Sherman will go next. Here's his extend. He's going to go to a 6, which is to lose a manpower. They're going to go 1 to there. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry. He'd have 1 remaining. Washburn's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. So he'd have 1 remaining, which would be a hasty attack. I did it. Be -1. Let's see if I get the next initiative. I don't want, if I get a retreat, I don't want you going this way. Try initiative. I get it. Okay. So we're going to attempt the assault with Tuttle. Here's the attempt, and there's no low, so it's just a straight up die roll. I get it. Grant is within range, so we'll attempt a grand assault with Grant. It's a 4. I can bring in 1 more hex. So we'll bring in Washburn's hex, Kimball. So the attack's coming from Steele and Tuttle. So the type's a +1. Tactical is even. The ratio is now 16 to 3, so that's 5 to 1 for a +4 ratio. I have a flank of a +3. I have 8 pieces of artillery to 1 is +7. In rough is nothing. There's no terrain, so I see a final of a +8.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. 13.
13. All right. Here's defense. Yeah. +11. So that's the worst. The worst of the worst. Let's see. I have 3 in there, so it's 3 DR. Right. I have 5, so we'll take 1, 2, 3 off the top. So I'll give that to you. That puts me to 40 exactly. So you're now up by 3 on manpower. And then it's gonna get worse. So probably because it came from here, so I'll lose 1 if I go here because I'm following a road. Then I'll lose another one here, so that would wipe them out completely. That would wipe them out.
I think he's wiped out no matter which way you go, I believe.
Yeah, because here, right, it'll preserve 1, and then here, yeah, so he's wiped out. Okay, so we'll give you another 2. I'll go ahead and delete Greg. And that was a great attack. It was worth the patience. So you are now up by 5. Okay, so they are going to transfer to the closest, which is right there. And the hex is yours if you wish.
No, I think I'll leave Steele, Tuttle, and Kimball where they are. I'd like to move Sherman, but I didn't bring him into the attack, so I'll have to leave him where he is. Initiative. That's yours.
Okay. So we mount a rescue party. So we want to slow you down, but we're hemorrhaging manpower at this point. So let's just for the folks at home, I've lost 10 manpower in the span of one turn. So good, good show, right? Because I was at 31. Actually, I've lost 11. Now I'm at
Yeah, this
42.
yeah, between the two
Oh
combined,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
turn.
Well, we just got when you get so entangled like that, and those lines get mixed up, retreat becomes a problem. Well, I think we need to try to at least get these guys out of there. So Ector B is going to march, and let's see what he gets. This is he's exhausted, so here's movement straight. It's a 2. Doesn't help very much. So do I stay? Yeah, we're going to come out of our entrenchments, and we will slide to there. Initiative. That's
I
mine.
think he has an extended
Oh, he does.
march,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you very much. Extended march for him. Yeah, he's fine. All right. Next initiative. Let's take him to 3. Here is movement straight. It's 3. Here's extended plus 1 now. He's okay. He's going to go to there. Initiative. That's high ties.
That's
That's yours, right?
X sub 4 movement. 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. Stop there. Initiative. That's mine. We'll have Washburn activate W.S. Smith for movement. 6 movement points. He's going to transfer to him. Here's his EM plus 2. He's okay. So he has enough to make a prepared attack on Stovall. So type's going to be a +1. Tactical's going to be a +1. Ratio is 3 to 1. So ratio is +2. The flank, I have 6 hexes covered, but 3 are going to come off
Yes.
for a +1 final flank. And artillery, you don't have any artillery. I have 3 artillery, Winston, Losis, nothing. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for a final of a +5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Okay. It's 8.
And defense. Hey, look at that. Mighty last stand. But they're still going to get killed in the. So.
+2. I get in with 3, so that's just a DA for
Yep.
me.
And they are going to have to retreat, and they're both going to get evaporated in the retreat, so they'll both go there and both lose 1. All right? Because it's still in your Zoc,
Yeah.
and so they're gone.
Yeah, it's restricted Zocs are treated like normal
Yeah.
Zocs and retreats.
So I'll give you another 2. There you go.
Okay. Washburn will stay where he is. Initiative. High ties are mine because we have movement paralysis. So I'll have Washburn activate sub 4. Here's his movement +1. 4 movement points. He'll transfer to him. Whoop. Washburn. Sub 4 will go 1, 2, 3, and he can keep going 4 to there. Birdsong Ferry. Initiative. That's yours.
Well, now I'm just compelled to attack. So we're going to take Ector B to 4. Yep. We'll make an assault attempt on Washburn. It's a +1 to this roll, and it comes off. So I see +1 assault. I have one, two, three, four, five hexes covered, but these are all going to come off. So no flank. You have a roll for artillery because we're 1-to-1. It's not used.
Used.
Okay, so no artillery. We're even tactical, and I'm a -1 for ratio, so I see an even attack again.
Yep. Final 0.
All right, for their very lives, here's the attack. 2. Ah,
That's a -4.
yeah, -4 on. Yeah, so I lose another one. Okay. Well, didn't say it was a good plan, but it was a plan. All right. Initiative. That's yours.
We'll have Washburn will attempt an assault on Johnston's hex. +1, so it's a 6, so it does not come off. Initiative. We'll try Washburn one more time. 4. Now it's a 5, but since he's a 5, that does come
It
off.
does.
So the type's a +1. Tactical is even. The ratio is 4-to-1, so a +3 ratio. I have 6 hexes covered, and 1 comes off. Only this hex comes off. Is that right?
That's right.
For a flank of a +3. And you do have a roll for artillery.
Oh, hey, all right. Here's the artillery roll. It's not used either.
So types 1, ratios 3, flank 3. There's no terrain, so the final's a +7.
All right.
Wow, another 6 on attack.
Here's defense. Yeah. Okay. So they are 13-3 +10. That's eliminated. Another 2 for the home team. So you have a 10-point advantage, and they will go to their nearest brethren, which is here. All right. I think we're done with that. Just gonna hole up and let you do it.
Okay, so initiative. That's yours.
Pass.
Okay, now I need to figure out. I think the first order of business is I got to get Grant headed in that direction. I'll take Welch first. Park. Go 3. 1, 2, 3. I was going to transfer Park. Can I do that?
Sure.
Got to moving.
He is now in range.
Initiative. That's mine. I'll have Steel activate Tuttle. And Steel. They go 4. Steel will go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go 1, 2, 3. I'll stop there. Initiative. Possible end of turn. I think a 1 is the only thing that'll end the turn. And it does.
Well, okay. Well, then I'm going to hit the movement paralysis. All right. Let us do our next severely impactful random event. I think it is my turn to roll it. So let's see what I get. Something good, baby. It's a 6. Late rain.
Oh, late rain. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that would be double 2s and double 3s, if I recall. Late rain. Yes, double 2, double 3.
That up.
And and that does also add a -4 to the double 1s.
It does add a double, yes, even if it doesn't occur.
Even if it doesn't occur, right? Okay. All right. Well, boy, howdy, did I take it on the chin in the last couple of turns. So It's a big day for the Union. Whom would you like to transfer?
Um, well, we'll bring McClellan down to Hovey. And Grant goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to McPherson. Yes, he is ridden back to the lines to see how things are going.
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
And bring Washburn down to Sherman. Sherman will go up to sub 2. They put Sherman within range of a whole bunch of people. And I think that's it for me. Leave Steele where he is, I think. Park where he is. Yep, that's it for me.
Okay. I am not going to make any movements, so everyone is fine where they are. So we can move right along. I think it is your initiative roll. Oh, and yeah, and you don't. I do you have some merging to do for subs?
No, I was going to try to set that up, but I ended up with the end of turn. So there are actually several things I was going to get done before that end of turn happened, but no, I don't have any subs to merge.
Okay,
So, yep, I'll roll for initiative.
do it.
And it's yours.
Okay. I'm gonna have Whitfield march, and he's gonna go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Initiative. That's yours.
No, I forgot about poor Bussy back there. He's
That's
dug in with 2.
that's my alternate victory condition now. Is just kill Bussy. That's how I do it.
Okay, so let's see. And activate Park Welch for movement. Man, buddy, you've got one job. 1, 2. Initiative. Yours.
All right. Johnston will, or excuse me, Walker's going to activate Wilson and Gist. Here's their movement. They got 5, so Gist will go there. Walker will go there. Initiative. That's mine. Whitfield will go to 2. Here's movement. 7. 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. It's mine. I'll have Cosby march. There's movement. Just off by just ever so slight. We'll go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Mine. Cosby. Move it. 10 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Initiative. That's yours.
So I'm going to take Park Welch. 5 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. That's yours.
Sure. We'll take Cosby. Here's movement. 7. Extend march. Ah, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. Mine. Alright, Whitfield to 3. Movement. 10. Extended march. Good. He will make a prepared attack on Bussy. So +1 for prep. And +2 for final flank, I see. Yep. So +3 total. Here's +3.
Mm-hmm.
9. Ugh,
Wow. So he lives to fight another day.
I can't believe it. I can't. I mean, when I roll a six, you have to roll a six.
Yeah, it's
Boy, if there is a way that I can just not succeed in this game, it's all right.
Queen of
Well,
Christmas.
we're both D'd out.
So he goes one further away by road, two further away by road, three further away by road. Oh, he
You can
got
go.
a
You
little
can go
R. So,
two to four. Yeah.
so that's one, two, three, and I guess he'll go four to there.
All right. Sure. I'll take the hex because I earned it. Initiative possible into turn -4.
Okay.
Ah, come
Oh, plus
on.
one. My
Mark of it.
initiative. So take Welch again.
This game.
Here's his movement. Three. Here's his extend. He's okay. He's going to go one, two, and three to there. Initiative. That's mine. So I'm going to activate a car for movement. He's going to lose his entrenchments. Here's his movement. He goes five. So he's got to go one, two, three, four, five to there. Initiative. Take car again. He goes two, one, and two to there. Initiative. That's yours.
I'll pass.
So take card of T3. Here's his movement. Six. Here's his extend. No, plus one. He's still okay. One, two, three, four, five, six to there. Initiative. That's mine. Okay, let me see what I can do here. Sherman will activate sub 2, Kimball, and Lauman. 4 points. Sherman will transfer to Kimball. Sub 2 will go. He loses his entrenchments. Go 1, 2, and 3 to there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Washburn will go 1 to there. Or 1, 2, 3, however it is. Initiative line. I want to move wagon B. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initiative. Yours.
Well, just because he's got his oats up, let's get away from Sherman here. Let's give this Union man a wide berth. Uh, so Walker will activate Justin Wilson. They will pull back. Initiative. That's yours.
Wagon B again. Good job, Wagon B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initiative. That's yours.
I will have Breckenridge activate Helm. Here's movement. They will simply go there. Initiative. Mine. Take Helm again. Movement. 5. 1, 2 to their initiative. That's mine. Let's see what we can do over The first Mississippi is going to come out of down here, and they're gonna activate, lose their entrenchments. Here's movement, and they're gonna go to Tracy. Initiative. That's mine. I'm going to pass and see what you do.
Bring on another wagon. They'll come in right there. Uh, Initiative. That's yours.
That's fine. I will
That,
pass. I will pass.
is that right, or is it late rain?
No, it's twos and threes.
Just twos and threes. Okay. We'll take wagon 8 of fatigue. 1. They're going to go 2. 1 and 2. Initiative. That's yours. Presume pass.
Yeah, go ahead.
1. Initiative. That's yours. Presume pass.
Yes.
Do you move those guys back? We'll take Grover. He's going to lose his entrenchments. Here's his movement. 4. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Initiative. Mine. I'll take him to T2. And he's just going to go. Wait, is that a.
Yeah, that's a ford at that point.
That's a Ford, yeah, because it's Minor River. Okay. Okay, initiative. That's yours if you want it.
Pass.
Potter. His entrenchments. Here's his movement. 3. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. That's yours if you want it.
Go ahead.
Potter again. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initiative. That's yours if you want it.
Keep going.
Let's see. You know what? I'm going to pass.
Okay. I will hit Sunshine Recover. Okay, everyone has recovered. We're at an hour 45. If you, why don't we roll the random event, see what it is, and then we can decide if you want to go for another turn. It's up to you.
I'm good to stop for the day.
Okay, cool. Then
Um,
let's see what our next random event will be. Let's see. I rolled the late rain, I think. So why don't you?
yep. It's an 11, which
It's
is
heavy or
probably
just rain.
rain.
Just rain.
Ugh.
Uh, I yeah, I thought you'd take a crack at it on that last turn.
Well, I didn't like the odds very good. Probably because having to attack with McClellan, I could only bring in 1 unit. So that'd be 6 against, what did we decide, 20 some odd?
right. Yeah,
Um,
you're basically trying to get to half, right?
yeah, I'm trying to at least get a -1. I would have had a +1 on the attack. And it would have been an even attack, basically. No, it wouldn't even be an even. No, I'm just trying to get an even attack off at this point.
Yeah.
Because if he gets clobbered, there's a good chance. I mean, even at a 6 attacking, he could take 2 manpower losses. Yeah, I chose not to attack because I'm trying to build up some sort of mobile force here. And obviously, in terms of the manpower losses, I accomplished more than what I was hoping to. I
Oh
was
yeah.
hoping to get even this turn, and to turn it into a +10 advantage is
Yeah. Yeah, that was so. Yeah, looking back on our session review as we wind down to the day, that went horribly. And I started with. Let me clue the home audience into two things. One, I will remind them that how much I hate making attacks on this exceptionally sanguine combat chart. We all know it. I know it. You know it. Vegetable lasagna here knows it. It's just one of those things where, unless I am absolutely compelled that there's going to be a good rationale for it, I don't really want to do it because dice hate me. You've all seen Witness. You've been a witness to all of that. So right out of the gate, I figured, okay, you moved Grant up there to steal. I've got the opportunity for a nice grand assault, and on paper, it should have been it should have been better. But those first two attacks that I made were middling. I rolled a three, and you kind of just offset it, and we just canceled each other out. But as you capitalized on that, I had multiple division or multiple brigades all stacked together in different spots. You quickly surrounded them. The initiatives went your way, and bingo, bango, bongo. I'm getting retreat losses out the wazoo, and that's what hurt. So in hindsight, when I look back on that, did I make the mistake? Would I have done differently if I had just held back and said, you know what, let him go, and just be a roadblock for Washburn and Sherman up there, and just let you work your way around me? I kind of think that would have been the smarter play, and then keep you at -5, right? And now you've managed to accelerate that into +10. So I took 15 manpower losses today. That's terrible. At least 15. It might even, I'm showing the chart right now, so God knows I took a lot today. And many of them were just little teeny tiny divisions that were worn out, got eliminated. 2/3 of Breckinridge's division gone because they just suffered in retreat losses. So part of Walker's. So a lot of those things, you get into a position where you attack and then you're fatigued, and in that massive entanglement, it was just too bloody. So for those of you craving action on the Great Campaign system, you got to see it today. But it was not smart play on my part, and that's why I just frittered away so much. So that huge advantage that I had digging you a hole is now gone, and that brings you closer to the magic 50. That's what I thought today. I just, I probably, that linchpin opening move was faulty logic, and I should not have done it. But in my heart, it went better. It should have rolled better than that, but
Yeah,
it didn't.
if it goes the other way, it completely changes what I could do, because the fact that I had those guys, despite the fact they were fatigued out, they fatigued your guys out, and so they then became, I could move on them, and then it became sort of this cascade effect, which happens in this game. You think you've got something really good, and then suddenly it turns negative, um, and then it was a question of how much time do I spend getting manpower losses, and I felt like that was, and I got very lucky with the end of turn, very lucky with the end of turns, not going
Oh, two of them.
uh,
Yeah, two.
two of them.
Absolutely. I mean,
Extending the turn twice really made huge difference, because if it should have ended early, then you'd have been out of the turn, and things would, guys would have recovered, and it's a completely different game. But yeah, in terms of people who are saying, why haven't I made the attack? I just don't. McClellan is just not the guy I want making that assault. I mean, it's that simple. I just don't think. I think, and Grant, I've not had good luck with him and Los making. I think I've had a couple grand assaults come off, but I have to get like a perfect grand assault to come off right now if I was to try to make that attack, and I just think it's unlikely. McClellan is just not the guy. It's the that was the bind I chose because that was the one that could come out. So anyway, it's going to come down, I think, to some zero attacks here. I think in the final few turns.
and the other mathematical part of the equation, just looking back here, you know, yes, you need a grand assault for this to happen. Let's say that happens. Let's just say, because let's statistically, yeah, probably, with my luck. when you get to this one, now you've got to pile up,
Yep.
one giant stack, and there's just not a way, I don't think, with attacking into Los that you can get. If you put 5 divisions in there, you're probably at best going to get maybe 2 or 3. So I'm kind of hoping that this is a nice little bulwark for the moment, but also the same thing there with Vicksburg itself.
Yeah,
Attacking
I've
to
got to get
that,
three
you don't
attacks to come up.
yeah, you don't have a multi-hex attack. You just have to stack up and hope that one core commander is going to be able to pull it off with any sizable amount of force. So, I'm kind of hoping that it winds down quickly. We have our strategic cycle will be next turn, so we'll see how if this will degrade anymore. Luckily, I'm not in the modifier for it going faster to -2 because that's once you get to siege level 40. So I got a ways for that. But man, this one was action packed. For those of you who've stuck around for 18 sessions, we hope that paid off for you a little bit. And we wind it down
Yeah, we had
today.
some combats
Boy,
today.
boy, did we! So we're gonna leave it here, and we will see you all next week. I'm gonna give the usual admonitions, like, subscribe, all that good stuff for the channel. We'd love to engage. So if you have notes or comments or goofs, please put them in the comments section below. I'm showing you the people that kick in a buck or two in the tip jar. Feel free to do that if you like what you see. That helps pay the bills, but don't feel obligated to it. It's fine. Roger, man, good show. I'm giving you the big claps today. 15 manpower, at least 16 maybe. I'll have to go back and look at the numbers, but that was just chef's kiss for you, sir.
Well, thank you, and looking forward to the next session
I am too.
because I think it's going to be exciting. I don't know how much is going to depend on that strategic cycle roll, but probably a lot.
Usually does. So it's
Okay.
yeah. You have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye bye.